So all over the modern world, the Western culture, the mainstream interpretation associates Capricorn with career energy and work and focus and falling in line and doing what you're told and succeeding. Fascinating. The ancient textbook says this is the goatfish, which immediately, in any intelligent person's mind, raises the question, what is a goatfish? It was the territory of Enki, who was in Babylon, Ea, an old god who held the secrets of civilization. He was a god of wisdom, a god of magic, a god of fertility, and a patron to all craftspeople. Enki is an old god, a titan, if you will, without direct Greco-Roman counterpart. And the Greek myths were pretty naked about this. They were pretty honest about it, that the Olympians had conquered the old gods and established a new order. So somewhere in the evolution of our stories, we have ancient Sumerian gods from the time of Enki, like Shamash was the sun, who's Apollo, and a lot of the mythology of Inanna has carried into our modern understanding of Venus. But there's a lot of similar. It's not even about there being similar qualities, because there aren't always similar qualities, but it's about there being a thread through history of an understanding of a character and their, their qualities. A lot of Greco-Roman mythology is retold story. It was already ancient 2,000 years ago. Right? But some Greco-Roman mythology is new, and it represents a marginalization or an erasure of the old gods, right? Capital O, capital G. And I'm not going to speculate about why. It's not why I'm here. But regardless of how much like change and kind of deformation at the hands of vested interests our modern sidereal mythology has been subjected to, like regardless of any of that, Capricorn remains the goatfish, ancient symbol of Enki. So I wanna switch switch modes here. We have a little this is Enki. If you've never studied Sumerian or Babylonian mythology, you've never seen this guy. It looks like we have a goat and freshwater fish and an eagle, and he wore horns, a horned hat. It's Enki. And Capricorn, let's see. Yeah, Capricorn. This on an ancient Roman coin, Cygnus Receptus. That's a colloquialism, a Roman colloquialism. Not important for these purposes. What is important is you asked what a goatfish was. There, there he is. Always with the fish in the back, the goat in the front. Like the goatfish is a known part of our deep symbolism as humans, as people living under the stars. We have a goatfish in our life. Saturn, right? He gets the modern association, right, with Capricorn, and he's like the cosmic adversary, right? So the nature of Saturn and the goatfish have been woven together in our modern mythology, and used to perpetuate a lot of cultural fear. Like let's get back to I have a good example here of let's see, where are we going here? Here's an example. Like we just portray the devil as something that's like the feet of a bird and the loins of a goat and the wings of a bat and the horns, maybe the horns of a ram. I don't know, but he's a chimera, and that scares people. It's like no one knows what to do with that. No one knows what to do with that. No one knows what to do with the goatfish. So, Saturn. Saturn is the modern, the sort of, and Saturn wasn't an Olympian either. And here's where I'm going to pull the plug on this whole narrative is Saturn was an old god. Saturn was a Titan, the Titan Kronos. He wasn't an Olympian, and he wasn't on the side of he wasn't on the winning team. But Enki, the goatfish, the ancient goatfish, like all trickster figures, he's hard to understand. And in the ancient world, there seems to have been a real natural honoring of the mystery of things, right? The inherent magic of things. Where in the modern world, our institutions kind of honor the discovery and identification and classification of things. And in doing so, often rob them of their magic, don't they? A pinned butterfly on a neatly arranged collector's board. That's how modern institutions tend to favor the placement of butterflies. But if I was a butterfly, as long as it is a butterfly, asleep and dreaming all this, I would certainly prefer the flight and the flowers and the life of a butterfly. So right. So what does that have to do with Capricorn? Thank you. What's the takeaway here? The takeaway is Cap gets this real stodgy reputation. Okay, it gets a dour reputation. It gets a reputation associated with Saturn, with conservatism and conformity and delay and obstacle. But there's a hidden world. There's a hidden world within the archetype of Capricorn. It's vivid and beautiful, full of magic and craft. And all this Saturnian material has been conflated here, conflated with Capricorn, kind of understood Capricorn through the lens of Saturn. Instead, I invite you to consider these stars as omens of wonder. Really, mystery, magic, and the joy and secrets of an old wild god.